Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. We are just 10 days away from Christmas. What are you guys doing for the holidays? Hope everybody's doing well. We are back for another trading session with In the Zone Trader. We are going to continue trading the NQ on the 800 tick chart. Today is very interesting because I don't know if many of you know how futures work, but typically we're trading a futures contract, and these contracts expire every 3 months. And so up until last week, we were trading the futures contracts that will expire towards the end of December. And today, we've migrated over to the March expiration date of these future contracts. And so the price levels are going to look a little bit different. So much so that if we go to the NQ daily chart, this was where our old resistance area was on the old December contracts. And that same level is really supposed to be up here. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. I'm going to adjust our lines. I kept these lines wrong on purpose so you can see the difference between what the old contracts look like and what the new contracts look like. I will be drawing this resistance line like this. Delete that. Delete that. And currently we've had a ton of buying since last night. Potentially, well, we are meeting the 21 EMA right now, or we're going to bump up against it. But that strong resistance area is still all the way up at 26,081. It's a different price level now because, again, as I've explained earlier, we've switched to the March future expiration. So price levels are going to look a little bit different. All right, so the ES is going to be a similar story. If we go to the ES daily, all of our levels were down here. Now what's interesting about the ES is that it's looked a lot more bullish than the NQ recently, and you can see that by how we're in this uptrend, whereas the NQ on the daily looks like it's in a downtrend, right? So it'll be really interesting to see what we do this week. Do we continue selling off? We had a huge sell-off on Friday. You guys see that right there. We sold off about 500 or 600 points. It was a lot and very aggressive selling. Or do we bounce back up into resistance up here? Or do we continue the Santa Claus rally? I mean, these are all very valid questions, right? Okay, I think there might be something wrong with my internet. Let me do a quick speed test. See what's up. Yeah, there is something wrong with my internet. We are about 5 minutes before market opens. You really don't want to be having these issues right now, but it's good that we're catching them early. All right, so good. Let's go back to the NQ 800 tick chart. We are in this uptrend. We've seen the daily candle. This is the entire daily candle for today. We've just been pushing up in a nice upward trend fashion, higher highs and higher lows. 650 right now is acting as form of resistance. Good morning, John. How are you, sir? And let's see if we have any news today. I do believe we have a few yellow folder events. We have news right at 9:30. FOMC member Miran speaks. That's yellow. 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, we got NAHB Housing Market Index. Again, that's another yellow event. And then we have another FOMC member speaking at 10:30 a.m. and 11. So I don't know if these speakers are going to, even though they're yellow events, if they're going to affect sort of the volatility of the market or not. But we're gonna trade our best today. Sounds good, bro. I'll see you in an hour. All right. We have a new higher low. This triggered higher. Target's up here at 685. We're 2 minutes before market opens. I'm not taking any trades, but I'm keeping track of the trades that are going on at the moment. All right, we have about a minute. Typically I'm trying to avoid taking trades right at the market open just because the moves are so violent in either direction and you end up getting stopped out. So All right, that is the bell. All right, this move stopped out. Currently, we're in this bearish move now, but there's a lot of support underneath us here. And we're going to be patient. We're going to wait for a really good setup. So let's go ahead and delete this line. We're in this really tight range here with the standard deviation, the EMA, the upward trend line. And then if we try to go up, we have this downward trend line that's in the way. So we're just going to be patient. Just technically speaking, we have our bullish move that started down here from the bounce of the standard deviation and the EMA. So let's zoom in some more, get a clearer picture. This trend line is going to be adjusted. So yeah, we're in a bit of a battle zone right now. But remember, the original trade that triggered was this 930 candle lower, and the target is down here at 624. It looks like we're trying to tag it. Well, we tagged it right there. All right, so I'm going to keep track of a runner now. Runner's at break even. Okay, and then we're going to have another micro trend line like this. Runner still running. We just sliced right through 600 too, like it was nothing. Looks like VWAP might be the target now. It's down here at 566. Okay, we just broke right through 600 to the upside. The runner is out. So now this is going to be our signal here, but it's I believe it's a false positive signal, so I'm not going to be taking it. We do have this trend line now. None of these setups are really good, so thankfully I'm avoid taking them. I would have been stopped out in a few of them. Looks like we're about to hit that bullish target of 629. Could be wrong though, because we are bumping up against the 5-minute 21 EMA. This is what it looks like right there. The two EMAs, the 8 and the 21, are right there up above our heads. We just retested that level and we're having a hard time going above it, so we're sinking right now. We did trigger lower, but we have 600, which is a potential area of support underneath us. But again, none of these setups are any setups I really like. We have obstacles in both directions. Okay, we're about to hit the bearish target here at 587. We just tagged it. We're still technically in this bullish move, but it doesn't look very good, and I believe we're probably going to come down and retest VWAP. But I said that before, and we got a lot of buying prior, so let's just see what happens. Okay, we did test VWAP. Okay, so we're continuing to sink now. I'm wondering if we're going to go and test the overnight low. But before then, if we want to fill the gap, we do have to go down. Down here is going to be where the gap fill is, 467. All right. Anyway, let's keep track of this move that's going down. All right, potential buyers at 550. A runner is out on the bearish move. Yeah, I really don't like any of the moves that I'm seeing here. And that's okay. That's okay. It's a very strong bearish candle here. And it did trigger to the downside. You're still in this bullish move at 550. Yeah, bulls. I think there's bulls down here. All right, so the bullish move hit its target at 583. And now we're going to keep track of the bullish trade. Okay, the runner's out. So I need to be drawing this upward trend line like this. We are bouncing off 550. Technically, our bearish move is from up there, which just hit target. And it just took the runner out. Okay. All right. We can draw this downward trend line now. The golden ruler moves down to 592.25. Alright, so this did trigger lower. I don't know how much I like it, just because we keep getting bought up here. You can see all these wicks. So, will this thing continue down? Will the bulls give up? So this is a very tricky spot right here too. Alright, looks like we're going to go down some more and probably try to tag this target at 523.25. And there it is. All right, we'll keep track of the runner. Excuse me. So we're making our way down to 500 maybe now. Okay, the runner's still running. So we're in this wedge now, trying to break up to the upside. Let's get the runner out of the way. All right, so this technically is a bullish signal up, but VWAP is right above our heads, so can't take it. Cannot take it. This is technically a bearish signal as well. Yeah, none of the setups today have been very good. Again, we're going to be really patient. We're going to delete this line. And we are going to draw this line instead. We're almost at the bearish target. All right, we just hit the bearish target. We can draw a new micro trend line down. Adjust this macro trend line down. Zoom in. There we go. Our runner is running. All right, we're slicing right through 500 like it's nothing. All right. Are we going to get buyers here? Yes or no? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Runner is out. This might be our entry to go back up. See if we can get a 500 entry and go back up. And missed us by a tick. Yep, it missed us by a tick. That's okay. Or did it even come down? I can't tell. Let me zoom in. Yeah, it missed us by a tick. Crazy. All right, we have 5 minutes till the 10 o'clock news. I decided not to take the bounce a second time just because if we came back and retested it another time, it's probably means that the bears are a lot more in control. That's what it looks like right now. Yeah, it's a battle zone. I don't want to get stuck in the middle of a battle zone. Okay, well, we triggered lower here. I need to go backwards and see where we are technically. This trade was hit here. We pulled back. Yeah, we're on the right trade. We're tracking the correct trade, and we just hit target on that trade. Okay. Looks like we're trying to fill the gap now. There it is, almost. If you look at the daily chart, it's probably going to look very gnarly. Look at that. We've given up all of those gains. Let me delete this so you can see what I'm talking about. There's the wick. Retested the 21 EMA on the daily. Gave all those overnight gains up. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, we hit the target on the bearish trade. Retesting the runner. All right, the runner is out. This is going to be our trade setup here. Going bearish. Okay, we triggered it. I want to see a 50% pullback. If we can get it, I think it's just going to go straight down. Yep. Alright, well, this trade would have worked if we didn't wait for the 50% retracement, but I was trying to cut my risk in half, so we did finally fill in the gap. And now we just wait, see what price wants to do. At this point, I'm looking for some sort of bullish, yep, So we're going to try to take this if it comes down to 450. We really want bulls to step up here. Moving it to break even. All right, we got like $180 on that trade. Not bad. So a little under, we got 9 points on that trade. We've been patient all day. Let's go ahead and measure this out. So the measured move on this trade is still up here at 82.75. I don't know if I want to take that 450 bounce again. We've been so bearish. But we've filled the gap, so I would imagine target achieved by the bears, right? Yeah, I don't like today's price action. I know it's just gone straight down, so if you're probably trading in a higher time frame, you would have most likely gotten some pretty decent setups, but all right, this triggered lower. Our golden ruler is down at 520 now. Okay, we are approaching 400 and a demand zone from way back. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're getting a lot of buyers for some reason. This triggered higher here. Again, you can't take this. Just we're going right back into resistance. You know? we're going to be drawing this upward trend line. We're going to zoom way out to the overnight low. Where does it start? Right there. And we're going to draw a line that we're going to connect. Where is it? There we go. We're going to connect right there. This is a higher low if we hold, right? So we also triggered lower up here. All right, the bearish move is almost at target. 450 bounce though. All right, there it is. It hits target. Let's go ahead and keep track of the runner on that bearish move. It's at break even right now. Okay, we're keeping track of the bearish runner. The bullish trade just stopped out. We did make a new low, so technically our gold ruler also moves down. Runner moves down as well. Runner gets taken out. All right, let's see what we're going to do next. Okay, we have this upward trend line now. Bulls are trying, but they're getting sold. We're in this smaller wedge now. Problem is, if we go down, we're gonna enter this. We're gonna enter this demand zone down here, right? And we have 400, which I think might be the, at this point, the bearish target. Wow, yeah. As I say that, literally goes right to 400. Get that bounce up. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity down here. We did trigger lower, but I don't want to take a bearish trade here. Setups have been horrendous. Not sure if the 1024 tick chart has been any better. Maybe. Maybe it has been. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this was a missed opportunity to buy the 400 bounce up for 15 points, but we're kind of in this really strange area in both directions. Strange is the best word I could have come up with. All right, so this did trigger higher as well. So we have this bearish trigger here at 10:15, and at 10:16 we have this bullish trigger. So we have conflict. Contemplating taking a 400 bounce here, but I don't know. This looks so bearish. All right, I'm glad I didn't. I would have been stopped out. So my instincts were right. Still in this bearish move. This is a bullish signal, believe it or not, down here, but lots of resistance overhead. Yeah, bulls can't get a break today. But then they bought it back up, man. Oh, this price action is crazy. All right, technically we triggered bullish again here. We just hit the target at 420. We're still in this bearish trade though that has not been stopped out. So just putting that out there. All right, so I'm going to keep track of the runner on the bullish trade. This is technically a bullish signal. Might have missed it. Okay, we got stopped out. Did we go? We went past the overnight candle, yep. Okay, we finally hit the target on the bearish move. Golden ruler moves down. Runner moves down. Let's go ahead and delete this zone. This zone is no longer valid. See what we do here at 350. I'm going to try to short it at 350 if we can. If it wants to come back up and get us and go back down. All right. Didn't come up to 350, but it did go down. Another missed opportunity, but again, I'm trying to keep my risk really low with how volatile the candles have been. Okay, let's see what we do at 300. Okay, the runner's out. Get the runner out of the way. Okay, we will now have an upward trend line. Welcome back, John. I've only taken 2 trades. 1 winner, 1 loser. It's been, there hasn't really been any really good setups. I know we've just been plummeting down, but the trigger candles are too big and they're not pulling back. So you didn't really miss much. I think you probably would have missed a headache had you taken a lot of the other sort of marginal triggers. So I think it's good that you were gone for that 1 hour. Market currently is not in a trade right now, but we are approaching 300. We're also setting up for a bearish move, so it's like conflict of interest right there. How did you do? All right, so this triggered lower. Sellers are relentless today, though. I wanted to see, this is what I mean. Like, I wanted, if I would have taken the short here, I would have stopped out. Like, the price action is too volatile. Nice, good job. All right, so we're still in this bearish trade. This bullish signaled as well, so and it's like almost a 30-point candle. So that's the nature of today's price action, guys. These candles are huge. They're huge. Go ahead and delete this line. Well, the reversals wouldn't have really worked if you only gave it 6 points. So I don't think you really missed on a lot of reversals. A lot of the reversals eventually worked, like this one. But you would have gotten stopped out, I think, initially, and then you would have gotten really mad. That's just what I've been observing because of how volatile and big these candles are. I'm just doing the NQ, yeah. I want to just focus on one chart and one chart only, because found that when I was looking at both charts, it was eating up a lot of my focus, and I can't have that. And I was also missing setups. All right, this technically triggered lower, but it's just huge. It's a huge candle. Can't take it. Cannot take it. Yeah, especially when broadcasting, for sure. Like, it takes up a ton of focus. So, our golden ruler was down here, and then it's now down here. We do have this macro trend line like this. Like this 350 reversal back up would have worked, but look how much drawdown you would have gone into. 8.5 points. You would have gotten stopped out, you know? That's what I was talking about with these reversals earlier. They work, but at what cost? Yeah, I'd rather just have peace in my trading. I think there's plenty of setups on the 800 NQ if you just focus. But, I mean, today, obviously, I've only taken 2 trades, but there were a couple that I missed getting into by a tick, and they worked. So, technically, I should be 3 or 4 trades in, and I would have been done with 2 groups, but I'm still in the first group. Yeah. Crazy. I can't believe we filled the gap. Just undid everything we did from the overnight session. I'm thinking like the MNQ 1024 tick chart today would have looked a lot better. Like, I could be wrong, but maybe it's just hindsight. This is the 1024 tick chart right here. Back to the 800. Yeah, 2000 ES. That looks nice. Looks pretty straightforward. Nice. And the candles aren't too big, so you can actually take the trades. Yep, hindsight would say today would have been the day to trade the ES instead of the NQ. And if I was trading both charts, I would have seen that. But there's always a give and take, right? If I'm trading 2 charts, I'm just not giving enough focus to one or both charts, and I'm spread too thin. We'll try to short it at 350. Let's see if it's gonna work. Oh, nope. Automatic stop loss. This is what I'm talking about. This is the price action I'm talking about today. It's a little tilting. Yeah, run with peace for sure. For sure. Yeah, the reversal at 50%, sure, but like this would have been 50% right here. I guess you would have made up some points, but oh, I missed my opportunity to go bullish, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. We're in a wedge. We're in a wedge. Problem with taking a 50% pullback trade here is that you now have the EMA underneath you, and now you have the 350 underneath you, right? So you have to be conscious of your obstacles as well. I mean, finally, I think we're going to hit... Yeah, we just hit the target, but... I just think these candles are too big. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm only down $80. Not a big deal. All right, the bullish trade hit target. Let's delete some of these lines up here. Delete this line. Okay, we're approaching 400. We'll try to take a long at 400 if it comes back down. But it might just go without us. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel my order. We're almost at target here. There it is. All right. Here's another problematic scenario right here, right? We have this potential bearish signal to go back down, but 400 is in the way. Standard deviation's in the way. Do you take the 50% pullback to the downside here? And I would say, based on my back testing, no. So the measured move is going to be 38,389, which is just too many obstacles in the way, you know? Okay, we will take this one. I know 450 is above. Yep. All right. Didn't even get a chance to talk. 450 was all right. Well, I liked it going up. Yeah, I think the MNQ today is the more superior of the two charts. That's okay. All right. Let's see what we do here. Alright, we're right back at 400. It did trigger lower. This is a huge candle. I might short it at 390 where the standard deviation level is. I'm only going to give it 6 points of wiggle room. Okay, I needed to come down like right now. Move it to break even. All right, that was worth a try. Couldn't quite do it. Might try it at 400 now. If it wants to come up to 400, we'll short it at 400. Might get stopped out here. That was too strong of a bullish move. Okay, moving it to break even here. All right, we got at least 5 points. Can we get our 15? Not a bad trade. I don't know if I want to try it at 400 again. It's like having a really hard time going down now. This looks really strong here. I don't want to short it at 400. I'm going to wait. I'm glad I didn't. I would have gotten stopped out. Alright, so now you simultaneously have this bearish move from 1053 and you have this bullish move from 1059. You have conflicting interests right now. I might take a bullish stab here off of this. I'm not going to give it a lot of wiggle room though. Moved it quickly to break even. If it was going to go, it was going to go. I think I just need to be patient right now. I don't really see any good clear setups in either direction. The ones that have triggered, yeah, we have the EMA now. It just doesn't want to go down and it doesn't want to go up. It's kind of stuck. So I think we just need to wait. Alright, the bullish trade stopped out. Bearish trade, the original trade that triggered, is still intact. Just in a really nasty range right now. Alright, we're getting a very strong bullish candle right now. That did trigger higher. Problem is, this candle is so big. Do we take a 400 EMA bounce? I don't know. And if I don't know, I probably shouldn't take it. So it's as simple as that. It would have worked though. Yeah, it would have worked. All right, the bearish trade stopped out. Trying to zoom out to see if I can get a better perspective on things. Okay, we're getting some selling here. All right, we did hit the this downward trend line, but we also hit the 21 EMA on the 5 minute. So if we switch over to the 5 minute, you can see we tagged it, or we almost did. We tested it. Let's go back to the 800 tick chart. Okay, we're approaching 400 again. I don't know if I want to buy the bounce here. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I would have gotten stopped out. Now we're kind of sandwiched in between the two EMAs. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. On the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA, we're sandwiched in between these two. It's never a good thing to get sandwiched between two EMAs. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. All right, so we have two types of trend lines now. We have this one, which is the macro trend line, and we have the micro trend line. Okay, we're trying to break through the EMA now, and we're trying to break through these highs, which we did, but can we close and get a continuation higher? Just go ahead and delete this. Well, it looks like we're heading to the gap, the prior gap fill from, or where we closed, I should say, on Friday. I'm not used to trigger candles on the 800 tick chart taking over 20 minutes to hit their targets. It just shows you the type of volume we have today. It's very slow. Alright, we're back underneath VWAP. Let's see what we do here. Keeping track of the runner. Moving up golden ruler. Alright, we just tagged VWAP. Gosh, every single candle is like 15 to 25 points plus. I don't like it. Okay, this is going to be a short. Could be wrong here, but yep. Should have technically put it. Stop loss should have been up there. See if it wants to come back down. Nope. All right. We are getting some strong buying. Okay, okay. Well, that, I was hoping we'd get a continuation above 500. Okay, well, I'm buying the VWAP bounce. Let's see if we can get continuation higher. Get it all to 315 points, please. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You can do it. I believe in you. Well, couldn't get the full 15 on that one. I think I got like $120 or something. See if we'll try it again. If it wants to come down and get us. It tagged us. It literally tagged us. Did it? Or we missed it by a tick. Okay, well, we're in now for sure. Can we get that bounce up? Moving it to break even. Okay, we got at least 5 points. Let's keep going. Gosh, cannot get any... Well, at least we're green. Just that hesitation. There's the 15 points right there. Beautiful. All right. Well, I'm not really mad. I'm trading my plan, and I'm trading it well, just not getting the results I'm looking for. All right. See if 500 is going to be support or resistance here. All right, I'll try to buy it at 500 if it wants to come down. and then go up to hopefully for 15 points. Let's see if it wants to do that. Okay, we're in. Now can we get the bounce? No. That's a little frustrating. We're gonna try again. Alright, got stopped out again. Happened so quick. All right, we can do it, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Bulls. Let's go, Bulls. So close. Come on. Okay, great. All right. That was a really painful trade. Didn't have to be, though, but... There we try again. Yeah, let's do it. I think we got 5 points on that. Not gonna try it again. Yeah, this looks more bearish now. I wanted to take the VWAP bounce. I missed it. Okay, here we go. We might get stopped out here. Yep. It's worth a try. Especially because we were still in this bullish move from 1124 that hasn't hit its target. All right, let's delete some lines here. Let's see what we're at. Looks like we triggered bearish here, but we got 450 underneath us. We got all the EMAs underneath us as well in the 5-minute, so I was thinking about taking a buy here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. These are both 21 and 8 EMA right here. But it looks like we're failing, so maybe it was a good thing I didn't take a buy. Go ahead and take it at 450 though. Move it to break even. Now risk free. All right. Okay, we're still going lower. Okay, we just hit the target on the bearish move. Going back down to 400, it looks like. Okay, trying to get 400 bounce here. I think I got a bad fill, but it's okay. Can we keep going higher? No. All right. Okay, we're going to try it again. Okay, moving it to break even. We got 5 points locked in. Can we get the 15? No, but we got, how many points did we get? We got maybe 6 or 7 points on that one. And I'm glad my runner moved up. This is an annoying zone. Alright guys, I think I'm actually going to call it here. Trading today was a little frustrating, but we still ended the day green. Our win rate today was 60%. Not bad. Could have done a little bit better. There were some spots that were a little marginal. And then there were some spots that we missed altogether that we would have been up a lot more. So it happens. Happy with the way I maintained my cool and my emotions. I think that's what I've been working on recently. So very happy with that. Happy that I followed my trading plan for the most part. And I'll be back again tomorrow, 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed rest of your day.